Are you serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour with myself, Nick Bright.
Yeah, I'm Marcus Bronzy. There are many ways to kill an hour out there, but right now, you're killing one with us.
A love to all those listening via the Apple Podcast app. Well, you lot are smashing it for iPhone. Via Acast, which works on Android, iPhone. It even works with walkie-talkies, apparently.
Shout out to Billy. I think Billy's right and he's in every single week. I'd like to listen to something on a walkie-talkie, but I don't think they quite work like that.
Yeah, it would be like really like rubbish sound as well. Like my experience of walkie-talkies is really like over and out, and it's like no one like you can get 320 MP3s now, fam.
Yeah, exactly. You can get WAV files, bro. I've got a 64 gigabyte iPhone out here, man.
To be fair though, are you one of those people that can tell the difference between like WAVs and MP3s when you listen to them?
For the purpose
like proper quality.
For the purpose of this conversation, yeah, I can tell the difference between like a 128 and a 320.
Yeah, but I mean like a 320 and a WAV.
For the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to say yes.
You're lying.
I'd like to think that I could. I'd like to think that I'd be like, you know what? That's definitely a WAV file there. That's a 319. That's not a 320. That's a 319.
What does this podcast go out in?
This goes out at 128.
Okay, so it's real low.
It's just voices, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
There's no music, and I don't want to mess up your bandwidth when you're downloading this into your phone. I don't need to be like, oh freaking hell, How to Kill an Hour is a gigabyte long.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But here's a 128 slurp of my coffee. Hang on.
There you go.
That's hot.
There was a swoosh. There was a swoosh in there as well.
I didn't think it was going to be as hot as it was.
Yeah,
Burnt my mouth a bit.
On your podcast player, you got a little 15-second rewind button. Rewind that and hear the swoosh from Nick. Anyway, yeah, if you like us as much as we love you, take a moment, click a link in the show description, and give us a review, please. 5 stars would be nice.
Yeah. Why would you give it anything other than 5? If we're being real, come on, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some dead ones out there that have got 5 stars. So come on, this deserves. If you could give it 6, exactly.
Let's give it 6. So we usually kick off the show with talking about Kill a Bit, something that we've done to kill some time. We've been out there in the field doing all sorts of stuff. Been checking out games, apps. This week, Nick, I'll let you set this up, bruv.
Like this podcast, right? Can I just say, is the most amazing blag. This podcast, the most you get to do the most amazing stuff because of this podcast. So, like, I'm grateful to be a part of How to Kill an Hour. So, this week we were lucky enough to basically rob the crown jewels. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that was it. We actually got to rob something legally.
Like I was talking about it on my radio show, right? And it is because it's called, they call it bank heist, right? Like
yeah.
So I was talking about it on my radio show, and I was like, so tonight I'm going to be heading down to East London to do a bank heist.
Yeah,
that's what people were saying. That's what I was saying on air. Yeah.
What yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday on my show, I was like, I'm heading down to East London to do a bank heist.
When's your show again, Nick?
I've been covering on afternoon, so I'm on 1 extra, 1 till 4 until Friday this week.
All right, cool.
But like I'm normally on the weekends.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, so basically we went down to East London, just not too far from the actual Bank of England. That's the mad thing about it.
Yeah.
That's why
the train station I got off was called Bank.
Exactly. That's why it's called Bank, bro.
Yeah,
because Bank of England. Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, have they just duped us into believing this is a game, right? And we're going there to rob the Bank of England. And they've just like tricked us. Like
that sounds like a great film. Like you get a film where 2 guys play a game where they have to go and rob something, and at the end people go, "Aha! You actually did it."
Yeah. Or you didn't do it. You're going to jail. Like so, I was saying on air, like if I'm not on air tomorrow, it's because man's in prison. Because you never know. Like there's some elaborate scams out there, phishing scams, and it doesn't involve a fishing rod.
Yeah. And I used to watch that show, The Real Hustle, where they showed you how to do actual hustles.
Did you know that dude's on MasterChef at the minute?
What, is he hustling up some food?
Which
one of them?
Boom, boom.
There's a few of them. There was
the one with the black hair. Alex, his name is.
Was he the? Oh, I'm sorry, I forget.
There was 3. There was a girl.
There was the girl that used to be like.
I think she might have been called Jess.
Jess, all right. And there was like
Alex with the black hair, and then there was another dude.
I just remember there being an older geezer, younger. Oh, Alex. Was he Welsh?
Oh man,
I don't know. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
If he's Welsh, he's happy because at the time of recording this, Wales are still in the football in England ain't.
And England ain't, boy.
Yeah,
Out of the Euros in more ways than one.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, he's on. What's he doing on MasterChef?
Just celebrity MasterChef, man. He's just like...
Is he good in the kitchen?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say good. Like, listen, I can't critique. I can't cook to save my life. Let me just, like, put that out there right now. My cooking skills are shocking. If you ever get, like, offers to do anything for this podcast that involves cooking, unless it's for comedy purposes, you don't want me to be there because people will be getting food poisoning.
I'm very eager now to search out some food stuff and just send it your way.
Basically, on MasterChef, yeah, man's just there cooking. He's there cooking, rustling up some food. The usual, innit? But you know what? These celebrity ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I just say about these celebrity MasterChef people? They go on MasterChef.
Yeah.
The program's called MasterChef, which implies you have to be a master chef. You have to be good.
Yeah.
These celebrities, they go on there, and some of them are so shit. They are like...
Let's call some names. Who was terrible?
There's a woman... Donna Air. Do you remember Donna Air? She used to do MTV back in the day.
Oh, Donna Air.
Yeah. She's from Newcastle, right? Loads of people are getting upset because she's from Newcastle, but now she's starting to sound a bit posh. Because do you know she? I don't know if they're still together because like I get the gossip, but like she's meant to be doing a thing with what's Prince William's wife called?
What? Pippa.
Yeah, no, Pippa's the sister.
Oh, yeah, I just remember Pippa's batty.
Yeah.
Was it,
I saw Pippa at Wimbledon once as well. She walked past me. Was it
nice to see her leave?
Yeah, it was. She walked right past me. She had some mad big like security entourage though.
Oh. But we should really know who the future Queen of England is. Oh my days,
I've totally forgotten her name.
I'm not Googling right now.
It's mad. It's because everyone calls them the Duke and Duchess of Kate.
That's it. Yeah, Kate. Yeah.
Kate Middleton. Anyway, Pippa. They're sisters anyway. Yeah. It's their brother that this Donna Air goes out with now.
And he's smashing. So she's smashing some Royal Blood.
Well, isn't that a band, Royal Blood? Well, like you know, I wouldn't like to use such a harsh adjective, but yeah, they're probably having royal cuddles.
Yeah, smashing. Yes, that's probably treason.
Exactly. Watch out, man. I didn't say it, Queenie. Yeah, I didn't say it was Marcus.
He did. He said smashing the granny out of it. Yeah, he said smashing the granny-in-law out of it. Disrespect. Anyway,
yeah.
You know, before we come off this digression though, with MasterChef though, Nick.
Yeah, go on.
What I don't get is food is so objective. What if I like cheese a la toast? If you made cheese a la toast for me, yeah, which I do happen to like, with some mature cheddar, you would win the competition, bruv.
Would you like mature cheddar though? That's a bit strong.
That's me. There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
If I did it for you with cheese a la toast with mild cheddar, I would probably win your
exactly.
If you were the judge of MasterChef.
I say this all the time about MasterChef and its programs. You know, the like bald geezer who's like one of the judges or whatever. I don't even really understand what he does. I think he's a judge, but he's bald and he's got that buttery biscuit base. You know that guy, yeah. Anyway, like they're always like, nah, I just really didn't like the sauce. You know, the sauce was atrocious, and it's like I might like that sauce, bro. Like, you know. That sauce might be good for me. Exactly. I like tomato ketchup, fam. Like, in fact, I'll tell you what I like. I like honey mustard on anything.
Really?
Honey mustard on anything, it improves it for me, right? So if you just got, like, chips with some honey mustard, I'm dipping that in there. I'm like, this dish is exquisite. Whereas if you serve that up on MasterChef, they'll make you feel like a dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I don't like.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm with you, Nick. Food's an objective thing. Like I'm like that with ketchup. I could put ketchup on 99% of food, and I'll probably enjoy it. I reckon if there was no milk on it, I could put ketchup on cornflakes, and I'll probably enjoy that as well. So I don't know, but I reckon buttery biscuit base. That's what we call him. One of the guys. I reckon his job is to make a sexual innuendo. I've clocked it with food. There's always a serious comment. Then he goes, "Oh, I just love the way it burst in the back of my throat there. That was delicious. Oh, yeah, I love it. You know what? You've got a good sauce, Suze." It's always something like that. He always goes, "Oh, sauce, you got a good sauce, a good zang to it. Like you're taking it for a run around the park. I like a sauce that's had a run around the park."
Man said zang.
Yeah. Anyway,
zest.
Yeah. Richard Blackwood.
Big man zest.
Big man zest. Anyway. So me and Nick were
back to what we were meant to be talking about.
So this week's Killer Bit, was it's called Bank Heist, and we get a bit of information before we head down there. This one was we are going to be taking part in an escape room, and the theme was this week Bank Heist. So I immediately was excited because this is the first sort of escape room I've done where I'm like, this is actually something that I want to do in real life.
I didn't know what to expect. Like, I thought we might be outside. I thought it might be a bit like, you remember when we done the secret agent thing?
The Undercover
like,
London.
Yeah. You're roaming around London and like you have to find, I don't know, a vault somewhere. And can I just say, immediately my first trailer thought was like, shit, man, it's pissing down with rain.
Yeah.
It's pissing down with rain. I was like, this is not going to be the one. Because can we just say, before we move any further, so far this summer in London and in England and in the UK, for all our international listeners, man, it has been shit. Like,
I just tweeted that today. I said, England weather is poo emoji.
Yeah.
This is going to be a year where the whole world is like going to be like 2016, summer 16 from Drake.
Yeah.
From us here in the UK, it's the shittest summer weather known to man.
It's payback, fam. It's payback for all this EU madness that's going down. Like, the EU have summoned the bad weather to, like, just ruin summer for anyone in the UK.
So what, like, you're out of the EU now, so no EU weather for you. You just got
all that
up
sun
UK
that
weather.
normally comes from Greece and Spain and all them countries there, fuck you, England. We're taking that shit back.
Yeah, and if you think we're being unreasonable for moaning about the UK weather, this is what makes it unreasonable. The inconsistency. If I knew it was going to rain every day, if you knew it was going to rain every day, it'd be wellies to work. It's cool. If you knew it was going to snow every day, cool. We'd all wear Timberland boots or something like that. If we knew it was going to be hot every day, we'd all wear shorts. But yesterday, when we went to go and do this, Nick was very right for asking whether it was indoors or outdoors. I reckon he probably would have bailed if it was outdoors, yeah?
I was halfway there when I asked that, to be fair.
You were like,
so, like, you were safe.
All right, cool, safe. But, like, the fact that I wore shorts, well, I'm wearing shorts now, today, and I could have got sunburn today, and I could have also got trench foot from the rain, is unreasonable.
It's so annoying. Like, even when we were there at, about to enter the room, I was sitting there sweating because it's like, you don't know what to wear. You're like, you layer up because it's raining, and then the next thing you know, you're sitting there like, I don't know, there's beads of sweat coming off your head. It's not the one.
It's unreasonable. Makes you sick. Makes for a fever, that.
Yeah. I reckon it was a tactic, though. Not from the bank heist people directly, but I reckon it aided towards the experience for us.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is because when you get hot, you lose your concentration a bit. Yeah, trust me. And you're under a stressful situation as it is.
Yeah.
When you're in the room and you're running around and you're trying to work out what's what, you can't think straight.
Exactly.
You're sweating.
Exactly.
And we still smashed it.
But we'll get on to how we smashed it. Because there were some serious techers that took part in that. But, so yeah, we go into this building, which is quite conveniently in the downstairs of a building, which is kind of where like they keep safes and that, I presume, in banks most of the time.
Well, I would guess so.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, wouldn't be on the roof.
Nah, or out in the open.
Yeah.
Here's our safe. Actually, that'd be a good security idea. Everyone knows where it is. Everyone sees if it goes missing.
Like, I hate to keep, like, interrupting the killer bit, but it's like that. Have you seen?
1 second, there's a guy outside here who's just trying to get a chocolate bar out of the machine.
No way.
And he can't get his chocolate bar out, sorry.
No way.
There's no rage like somebody who's paid for a Snickers.
He's shaking the machine. He's shaking the machine.
You won't be able to hear the rumbles of it rocking. This is from a man who's earned his Snickers today.
He's putting more money in.
Is he putting more money in?
He's having to buy another one.
The machine taxed him.
Look at that. Look at that. Do you know why that happened?
Why?
The EU, mate. That's why.
EU, yeah. If you put a euro coin in that, you'd have got 2 chocolate bars out. Anyway, so me and Nick went down there. Usually with these things, there's security briefings where they got to tell you what you can and can't do. This is more one of those experiences where it's more about you using your brain. We've done stuff where it's a bit more physical, where there's running around and taking stuff and dropping stuff off. This is all about the mind. So we had our briefing, which I think was quite short. I like short briefings, no fucking around.
Yeah.
Quick thing. Only thing that was shorter than that was Undercover London. That's because we literally are out in the open and we start out in the open.
Well, like, with Undercover London as well, not to forget, your brief is it gets sent to you on your phone. So you read the brief there, and then the only thing that you're meant to do is you rendezvous with like a person, and then he says, right, at this time you need to be at this place, and it's going to start. Like, so that's why the brief for that was short. But we have done other things, and it's fair to say, like when we done the Z Events zombie experience, the brief for that has to be long.
Yeah.
Because, in
a car, you're getting chased and shit.
Yeah. You're running around, there's guns, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, to be fair, the brief for that has to be long. But I agree with you, man. It was sick. The brief was short. We were in and out the briefing within, what was it? It must have been about 5 minutes.
Yeah, max. And they give us, do you know what I like when we're waiting as well? We've got little things to like keep our minds amused, little puzzles to get us in the puzzle, in the safe cracking frame of mind.
I noticed that as well. Like, on every table there was a different kind of like game. It's almost like, you know, think of like Sudoku or whatever it's called. Like there was like those style games, like you have to like match up the numbers so that no corresponding number was next to each other and weird stuff like that. And
them old school bits of wood that you try and fit together that look like they don't fit together, and when they do, you go, oh yeah.
Basically, bruv, all things that I am rubbish at.
I didn't do too well at that. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at the puzzles. We left the table of puzzles uncompleted, and then we stepped into the scenario. So this, I like, personally, I like the fact we've done a few things where it's a few rooms and we're running through stuff, and whilst that's cool, I do like being in an environment that you have to work out. Like when we walked into the room when the puzzle started, it wasn't that obvious what was out there. Do you know certain stuff, you walk into a room and there's like there's a balloon that you need to pop straight away. We walked in there and it looked kind of normal. It looked like an actual room. Alright, it didn't look 100% real, but it looked like an actual heist was about to take place.
Well, it was you know, it was interesting because as soon as we walked in as well, the game started instantly, which I liked as well. As soon as the door shut, as soon as, you know, the guy who gave us the briefing shut the door, it was like the timer started ticking down because you get an hour. Right? So it's like immediately panic started, like, we got to go now. And like Marcus just said, because there was no instantly obvious place to start at the beginning, you spend the first kind of like, I don't know, 3 minutes or so just like seeing if things come off the wall, like trying to rip things off the wall, and like, it's so stupid. But it's one of those things where when you find the first thing, everything starts unraveling. As long as you keep on top of it, if that makes sense, without giving away too much. And
it's like, it's a good balance of logic as well as just being creative as well. Like there's certain puzzles that I think suited you way more than the ones that suited me, and vice versa. Like there's, for example, there was a puzzle where there was a little bit of reading to be done, and I looked at it and I was like, fucking hell, Nick, bruv, I don't know what's going on. And you kind of like took charge of that and handled business. And then there was another bit in it where it was a bit more visual. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, Nick, I
can't. The visual one, right? Again, I don't want to say too much because, you know, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. So I'm not going to say exactly what it is. But like, when you came to me and you were like, this is what it is, I was like, bruv, are you mad? I was looking at you like, where are you getting this information from? Like, because you came to me and you was like, this is exactly what you need to do. And I was like, you got that from that? Like, it's hard to explain because you literally have no idea what I'm talking about. But all I will say is there's a thing, and Marcus looked at it and managed to work out exactly what we needed to do from looking at this thing. And it might as well have been in Chinese to me, because I was just like, bruv, how is your brain working that out?
And you know what, to this
from
day,
nowhere as well, because can I just point out as well, like, it wasn't like there was clues. It wasn't like there was like a range of clues which led Marcus to get to this point in this scenario. You literally just looked at this thing, and then the next time I saw you, you were like, this is what it means. And I was like, where the hell have you got that from?
All that Sherlock Holmes I've been reading, mate. All that Elementary I've been watching.
It must be,
all that Elementary. Yeah.
Because I was looking at that thinking, I'm never going to solve that. I can be here for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And all that will mean nothing to me.
I think what we can take from that is, though, Nick, is that I think in your group, numbers is an important thing as well.
Yeah, massively.
In your group, you got to have someone clever. That'll be Nick in this scenario. Yeah.
Right.
And someone that's, I think, like a logical thinker, and also someone that's a bit wacky in their creative. Because I was saying some other stuff and it was absolutely wrong. I was like, how about we like, you know, do a headstand and, you know, like go at the same time and let's voice activate. So, you know what I mean? To be fair
to you though, Marcus, in those places, like, it is like that. It's like you have to try and think of like, what can I do that I'm not already doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why you do think things like, what if I lay on the floor and like look in the mirror from this angle? Like, will something get spelt out on the wall? And like, we were turning the light switch on and off. We were doing like all sorts
of stuff. Yeah, it works.
Because in those places, you never know. And also, a lot of the time, the simplest things are the things you don't think of. You will be like trying all this mad shit to do something, and then like it is the simplest thing that unlocks the door, or like, you know, gets you through to the next stage, and you're like, what the I've wasted 20 minutes doing this elaborate shit
for no reason. But it's not for no reason, because you're working it out. I get it. It's cool, but it's good that they give you do have a port of call where you can get a bit of support. Obviously you get penalized for that in a certain way, which you'll find out when you go down there. Group size though, I think the fact that we rolled in there quite light, it was how do they say that in the SAS? We went in there with a special ops team that was, what do they say when they only send a couple of people? A pair?
I don't even know.
I don't know. Like
I'm not an army dude.
Instead of sending like the whole force, they go like, we sent a tactical team. We were like a small tactical platoon. Yeah, small tactical setup. And we went in there, and I think that meant that we could communicate. I would like
to think, Marcus, that like instead of a platoon or a small tactical setup, I would like to think that it was a couple of experts. We were the two experts,
seasoned professionals.
Yeah, no one else was on the level that we're on. So that was the problem. You see, we didn't want anyone bringing us down.
Like people doing stuff and not communicating it to us and stuff. Because I think what was the weird things is we were just saying what we were doing. Like, Nick, I'm just turning this here and I'm putting this in here. But because I was saying that to you and you were saying that to me,
you have to.
I was like, I kind of understood, and I realized when we've done stuff with big groups, like 3 or 4 people, everyone goes off and does mad stuff. I feel, Marcus, right? If you went to an experience like this, because what's the numbers range? It's like the smallest amount is 2, isn't it? 2 to 8, I think it is, or is it 2 to 6? I think per room. It depends on the room you're doing. Yeah, right. Well, if it's 8 or 6, even so, it's like, just imagine if you were in one part of the room doing one thing, someone else was in another part of the room doing another thing, and you're not communicating, you're not talking to each other, you're not like shouting about what you're doing. Whereas me and you, there was a constant level of communication. So it's like you were saying, right, I'm doing this right now, I'm turning this thing that way, I'm flicking this switch over to this like thing, blah, because then it's like I know exactly what you're doing, and I'm seeing if it directly affects exactly what I'm doing. Whereas like if there's 6 of you or whatever, my brethren's in there doing something, I'm just like banging it out, like not even caring what he's doing, and then before you know it, I'm doing each other's hard work. It's delaying it. Because again, you're constantly being timed. You are, and the pressure was increased by the music, the soundtrack that they had. It starts off like quite easy, like with a little bit of pressure. By the end of it, I was like, Nick, what the fuck, man? The techno. You even mentioned, he was like, at one point when me and Marcus were struggling quite a lot. It's fair to say. There was a point where we were like, we didn't really know how to get to the next stage. And then the music was like some techno music. And I just remember you going, oh, this techno is licking me now, man. Like, this techno is licking me. Like, because we couldn't work out what to do. And the music adds to it. It genuinely does. It did. In the sense of like, you know, if it's music that you personally, because obviously everyone's got different taste in music, but if it's music that you personally find a bit irritating, like, that's going to mess you up a bit when you're trying to think, because you have to concentrate. I'm not just saying this. Some of the things in there, they take mad concentration. It was just like, it was numbers, there was visual stuff, there was a bit of maths, there's a bit of logical thinking. And with the music, at one point it did sound a bit grimy, and I like a bit of UK grime, so I was like, yo, these strings, Nick. Then when it started getting when there was a bit more pressure, I was like, no, I don't like it. It's worth noting though, like, for anybody listening to this who might be worried or put off because like you think it might be strenuous or whatever, it's worth noticing the whole experience. They even said this in the briefing. It's not a physical experience. Everything in there is like, it's mental. It's a mental experience. So if you're like somebody who doesn't want to do climbing or doesn't want to, you know, have to like roll under stuff and blah, 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 don't worry about all that, because you don't have to do anything like that. It's all in the mind. All in the mind. You're not running around. You're in like one scenario where you got to handle business. Numbers. Also, like, it's kind of good for all ages as well. We're kind of talking afterwards about sort of, you know, what's the sort of age group you get. And they recommend like 10 upwards. So if you got kids, if you're listening to this and you got kids or nieces, nephews or whatever, and you want to be the cool uncle, the cool auntie, you got the niece and nephew for the weekend, I would suggest doing this. You'd be the ledge. Oh my god, we robbed a bank. We robbed a bank. Apparently kids do better at it than adults more time as well. It might have worked out if we had like a couple of kids on our team, because like I said, at one point we were stuck
And like kids, because they look at everything from just like a simple perspective, everything they do is just like plain. Whereas when you grow up and you become an adult, you start overcomplicating everything.
Like us, we started doing some mad sort of numbers work at some point.
Like I don't want to reveal too much, but we were just like the guy, because what happens is you've got a guy watching you for the whole time. Obviously, the guy who gave you the security briefing is watching you for the whole time to make sure, you know, you're not doing anything stupid and blah, blah, blah. So the guy watching us outside, because there's a guy watching, the guy gives you the safety briefing. He's kind of watching everything you're doing just to make sure you're not climbing up or anything. There was some, I don't want to say, because again, I want the experience to be completely new for you. I want it to be like when me and Marcus went in. But there was numerous times when we were doing stuff that was so stupid that at the end, he said to us, you know that thing you were doing there? Like, yeah, that was pretty stupid. There was one thing that stands out in particular. And
right at the start.
Right at the start. And he said to us at the end, don't worry, loads of people do that. So that made me feel a bit better.
It was something that we should have thought of straight away, but it's so obvious that that was it. Our mind was, I bet if that was a kid in the room with us that rolled in, they would have rolled in and gone, yeah, straight away and done that. But yeah, no, that bank heist really, we're going to put the full links for it in the description of the podcast. So get down there, try it out. It's in central London. It's great for a day trip. If you work in London area, there's loads of offices. They can like handle everything from like, it was myself and Nick went down in a pair, up to like groups of 60, and they put food on as well. It's more than 6 people. So
if you've got a company, you can hire the whole place out and do like team building things there, you know, like away days and things like that.
Yeah, and if you've got kids and a few mates as well, 6 people, they'll put on a bit of food for you as well. So,
and it doesn't take that long as well. I think that's worth mentioning. Like, you know, the experience when you're locked in the room, the experience can last up to an hour. Yeah. But you know, from when we walked in the door to when we left, you know, no more than an hour and a half.
Exactly. Like, yeah. So half that, you could do a half day. A half day at work.
You could do a half day, or like if you're planning on going out for some drinks with the lads, you could go there first. You know, do that and then go out with the lads afterwards.
Don't drink first. We wouldn't say drink first. No. You'd struggle with that. But yeah, we started rating things out of 5 here, Nick.
Okay.
On how to kill an hour. So what would you give it out of 5?
Pressure.
I've given nothing a 5 as yet.
What's the criteria?
I don't know. We can break it down, but I'd like, usually what I say is if you don't give it a 5, where does the point or 2 or whatever like go missing? So if you gave something like a 0 out of 5, I'd be like, well, why is the 5 reasons? Or if you give it like 4 out of 5, I'd be like, why is the 1 reason?
Do you do 0.5s in this?
Yeah, we go in with 0.33s, whatever you want, bruv.
All right, I'm giving Bank Heist, right? And this is my honest opinion. I'm giving Bank Heist 4.4.
Right.
I'm giving it 4.4. 4.44. 4.44. Yeah.
Recurring.
And I'm telling you, the only place that it lost points for me, and this is genuine, is that it wasn't long enough for my liking. I wanted it to go on longer.
How long would it have been perfect?
Well, it's difficult to say because this type of experience is you get a certain amount of time to get out. So it's like if you took away that element, you know what I mean, and it was like you didn't have a timer, maybe the jeopardy wouldn't be there anymore. But like in terms of like a fun experience, I wanted to do more. Once we managed to get out, I was like, oh, it's over. Like,
is that because we are just so good at it now, though, Nick?
Well, that might be why. To do with that.
You know, obviously, we came out and they were like, wow, that's a good time.
Other people would have been caught. I mean, let's be honest, by the police. The Rozzers would have got them.
Obviously.
Like me and you smashed it out. But like, but on a real, because I just enjoy experiences like this and all the mad stuff that we get to do on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted it to go on longer, or at least go in and do another game.
Fair. Well, they have got other games there as well. So they've got
one other game there.
Prohibition.
Yeah, Prohibition.
Yeah. So sort of setting in the States a little while back, and I think the setting is you're in a bar because obviously alcohol was illegal. Then you got to do stuff because feds are on the case. But yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay,
and it gets a 4 because of the shit British weather that day. Yeah, so we're gonna blame that on the EU, bro.
Exactly.
He left the EU.
So the EU has basically caused Bank Heist to lose.
I'm just saying.
1 point.
I'm just saying, if the EU weather was with us and I was and I wasn't in soggy shorts when I got there, yeah, I'd be fine.
Was that from the weather, or was that like?
I wish it was for another reason.
Right, okay.
I really wish it was soggy from the inside, bruv. It was soggy from the outside.
Sodden.
But yeah, sodden. Ugh.
That's a nasty word.
That and smut juice.
Oh, man.
Imagine having to
Smut
drink a
juice.
glass of smut juice.
Oh.
Anyway,
Is it worse than bin juice? Because bin juice is one of the worst things in the world. You know, like bin juice, like when you empty the bin and like juice falls out the bottom. Fam, that is like.
Or if you try and run with the bin outside and you can see bin juice yeah,
bin juice, fam.
Bin juice.
It's the worst. Would you drink bin juice for? Yeah, you would. I don't even.
How much for though? How much for?
I was going to start $1 million, but I'm going to lower.
A mil standard.
Yeah,
standard. I'll have a shot.
I'd say it's the only thing I'm going to.
How much bin juice though?
I'd say it's the only thing I'm going to drink now until death for £1 million. Would you drink bin juice, a whole pint of bin juice, for $5,000?
No, not five. Not five. You know what? I'd have to factor in how much it would cost to actually delete those memories from my mind, whether it's an operation, to remove my short-term memory temporarily, or whether it's hypnotism from Paul McKenna. I need something to make me not... Because think about, you see a bin every day, you hear the word juice every day, and you know there's a trigger word. So someone goes, do you want orange juice? And you're going to think bin juice, bleh, all the time.
The bin juice,
You're going to be walking down the street and you see a bin, bleh, like that. Oh, he's a has-been. Oi,
man, do you remember when the army killed Osama bin Laden?
Oh, man. Where have you been? Bruv, I don't know. You know what? It'd have to be a lot of money. I have to see $100,000 cash.
$100,000
on the table, yeah.
Oh, you're expensive.
You
are, fam.
For a shot of that bin juice. What about
that's
you?
Lying, man. I think if I whop $10,000 out right now in a suitcase, you're down in that bin juice like a shot.
Oh,
like a Jaeger bomb.
We got to think whether it's warm, chilled with an ice cube.
All I'm saying is, if you're asking for your bin juice chilled, there is something wrong with you. Yeah,
in a tall glass with some ice, twist the lime.
I only like my bin juice chilled. I'm afraid.
I'll be on that, man. Anyway, yeah. So we spent quite a bit of time talking about Bank Heist because we really liked it. So go check it out. Like I said, links in the description. Anyway, Nick, trying to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world, bruv. Killer cars.
It's a messed up place.
It's messed up, and there are killer cars out there, bro.
So hang on, so I don't even know what killer cars.
Cars kill people. No, is it guns don't kill people? People kill people. Yeah. Cars don't kill people. People kill people. That's right. Yeah, because drivers are at the wheel, right? Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Now, a recent survey shows that people want self-driving cars to be programmed to minimize casualties during accidents, right?
Yeah. That's
so
fine.
To do that, the car has to work out if saving other people means it's going to kill the driver.
Oh, what?
So a car has the capacity now, self-driving car, they can build this in for it to go, I could either run over 3 people or run into a wall.
And kill the driver?
And kill the driver. So I can either run over 3 people and kill them, and kill the driver, or kill the passenger, should we say, yeah? So, but people apparently want them to be programmed to minimize casualties, but they don't want them to be programmed to kill them if they're driving it. But
what?
So yeah, it's
it's
this weird sort of conversation that's being had, basically, where people are saying in surveys and people are saying in tests, saying, "Oh yeah, self-drive cars, kill these people," but they're like, unless I'm in the car, kill everyone.
Do you know what springs to mind for me immediately?
Yeah,
GTA of the future is going to be shit. GTA Grand Theft Auto of the future is going to be shit. You steal a car and you're like ready to go on a rampage, and then you just about to run some people over, and the car's like, "Nah, I'm going to just smash into this wall to kill you instead."
Wasted.
Exactly. I'm like, bruv, that's part of the fun of GTA.
Yeah.
You get to go on them mad rampages, picking up prostitutes and then running them over when you're done, getting your cash back.
Getting your peas back.
It's like cash back, like when you go in Morrison's. You know what I mean? And like, do you want cash back with that, sir?
Does it surprise you though that when they gave people these surveys and they've been having these conversations, that people are like, kill everyone, kill a small amount of people as possible, even if it's the driver, except for me if I'm driving the car. Does it surprise you that humans are like that though? Because this whole self-preservation thing.
All humans care about is themselves. Like we know that.
Yeah.
Like you do get some people who are selfless, like, but it's human nature to try and elevate, to try and like elevate your status above others. You know, I'm no flipping psychiatrist. I don't even know which one it is, so you know I'm not qualified. One treats mad people. One talks about how human behaviours affect us in everyday life.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that, like, it doesn't surprise me one bit. You're born. The only fear that you are born with as a human being is the fear of death
and bin juice.
And
you're not born with that. You learn that, don't you? Yeah, you learn
that. But like, it should be born with you.
You should be born with bin juice.
It is fucking scary. Like, nobody likes bin juice.
Yeah.
But like, it's the only fear you're born with, the fear of death. So if you can avoid that, no matter what, you're gonna do it. Like, because who wants to die?
So
I'm too young to die.
Would you?
Good looking.
Yeah, I'm too fine to die.
Yeah.
So say like it was like from now on all cars are automatic drivers. Would you be like, nah, I'm not getting in it because it could kill me if there's.
Do you know what? Like the whole driverless car debate thing for me, it's like contentious issue anyway. Like, because I like driving my car. I enjoy driving the car. I like driving the whip, putting tutu tunes on, sitting there, cruising in the whip. I like it. I don't like getting cabs. Like, I'll get a cab if I need to. It's better than getting a bus, better than getting the train, but it ain't better than driving my own car. But the difference is, I know there's not some driver in there farting and stinking out the place, smelling unwashed, because I swear, like, bare cab drivers don't like washing.
Bruv, it's like they have this thing where they don't want to wash.
I think part of it is the fact that they just live in the car.
Yeah, and if you don't have leather seats and you're a cab driver, you're a waste man, because you know that your arse, where shit comes out of, there's arse juice is probably, that's worse than bin juice. Yeah. There's arse juice, which is bin juice's cousin, has been seeping into your cab seat for years.
Yeah, it's not the one.
Yeah.
Bare farts have been base injected into the seats.
And you know when you fart, a little bit of shit comes out.
Exactly.
Yeah? Science has proven that.
I wonder how big the piece of shit is that's in the seat. And
how many farts it takes till it turns into one big normal chunk of shit.
Yeah.
Like, how many farts have to pass through your arse cheeks, the seat of your fucking trousers, and go into the chair to amount to one turn in your seat.
They say by the time you die, there's like a lump of shit in your lungs the size of like a 20p coin. I don't know if that's true, but it's like one of those mad facts that people used to say at school, innit? So it's probably not true.
Yeah, I love
like
those
just
facts.
A big fucking turd sitting in your lungs. Leave it
with the Queen's head on it in the shape of a 20 pence.
But anyway, it's contentious because I've watched iRobot, right? And that film, for me, it's not a true story, obviously, but that film rings home some truths for me. And I'm not even lying. I am one of these people that would be like Will Smith in iRobot. I would not trust technology I like being in control of shit. It's bad enough, right, when I get on planes, right, and I am not in control, and I know that either the pilot is flying the plane or the fucking plane is flying itself. Right? And I'm just like, this is a mind fuck, man. We're 39,000 feet in the air. Like, what if this machine just decides to do a Little Britain thing and go, computer says no? Like, and just like messes up.
Crashes.
People go, technology never does that, man. My fucking Apple Mac crashes sometimes. You know what I mean? My fucking iPhone decides not to work sometimes. Sometimes this shit don't work. Like, if that happens on a plane, I'm dead.
So what you're getting at is we still need to learn to know how to drive in case we have to restart our computer in our car while it's driving, climbing the front seats.
And also, the police are going to be pissed. When driverless cars come in and everyone's getting tanked up on a Friday night in the pub and then they just jump in their driverless car to get home, the police are pissed because they're not catching drunk drivers no more.
Yeah.
And taxi firms are going to go bust. Who's going to get a taxi?
Oh, yeah.
So the base injected farts ain't happening anymore anyway.
Oh, man.
Because taxis won't exist.
No, you fart up your own car, innit?
Exactly.
That's what you're doing. But it's your own brand, so it's all right, innit?
Sicking up in your own car whilst you're eating a kebab. That's normally how Friday nights end for a lot of people, innit? You know what I mean? Normally the Uber driver kicks you out mad pissed because you've sicked in his car.
Yeah, he's like, tries to give you a £50 charge.
You'll be kicking yourself out. That's how it's going to roll.
Waking up the next day, get in your car and be like, oh, shit.
That was me.
But you know what? They'll probably say that you have to be sober driving your driverless car. For that reason. And you probably still have to pass your test. Because like cruise control, all right, I know that's not driverless, but cruise control is taking quite a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like,
but
off you.
How about this then? How about this to play devil's advocate? If I throw this in the mix. Driverless cars, they say you have to be sober to use a driverless car. Yeah? But what if... No, hang on. They say you have to be sober to drive a driverless car. But how would they know you're drunk? You know, like when you're drunk driving, Like, I've never.
No, I wouldn't know about that.
I have never done it myself. Let me just put that out there. But when you're drunk driving, the main reason people get caught is because they're driving like idiots. They're zigzagging and driving all mad, and they get pulled over because of that. Driverless cars going to just drive perfect every time. How are the police going to be able to? Are they just going to start pulling people over randomly all the time? That'd be a bit long.
Yeah.
Unless I got a plan.
Yeah. What's the plan?
Patent this shit, right? Because I want to be rich. No one can steal this. It's on audio. To get into your driverless car, there's a fucking breathalyzer on the driverless car.
That's the worst idea ever, because you're going to have people smashing up their own cars to try and get in their cars.
You have to, that's your own problem.
You have to breathe on the steering wheel.
You have to or even just to get in the car. You can't even get in.
Oh, that's cold.
Can't even get in the car if you're drunk.
You can't even have a little nap in your car and sleep it off.
What people will be doing though is they'll be getting their friends to blow into the thing. Sober people. They'll just be going to randoms on road. Excuse me, I'm a bit drunk. Can you just blow on my thing? Because I need to get home. That's what will be happening. Trust me.
Well, then how would you get
Oscar's in the post as well for that drunk impression.
That was a great impression.
Yeah.
And I'm just imagining a drunk person going up to people, asking them to blow on their...
Yeah. Can you blow on my car, please?
But yeah, I don't know, man. I find it interesting that people are like, cars, kill less people. What, kill the driver? Nah, you're right, bro.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I'm alright for that.
I like life.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, one sec, my iPad.
There
you go. Yeah, speaking of robots taking over anyway, bruv. Robots in the EU could soon be classed as electronic persons if Parliament adopts a new set of rules on robotics. That's right, bruv. Robots would have specific rights and obligations if this gets passed. And that it's interesting that I said EU.
I was going to say, that don't mean us anymore.
You could just be like, forget that.
Yeah.
But that means robot owners would be responsible for paying special taxes and held accountable for legal liabilities of their robots.
Look.
So I reckon if you build a robot and get it to murder someone, you could do time for it.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you send your robot to work.
Look at this next thing that you're saying. This is iRobot. I just said that before I even knew this was coming. I do not like, I will say it right now, I do not like the idea of this robot shit. I like having robots building the cars because they're not real robots. Okay. You know, like the robotic arms, like robotic production lines. They're not real robots that fucking roam the streets. Like, why is everybody so desperate to have robots roaming the streets?
Laziness.
I do not want that. Like, because technology messes up, and when it gets too clever, artificial intelligence and all that, I am telling you right now, mark my words, I sound like a paranoid, one of those people that goes home and sleeps with a bloody sieve on my head. You know what I mean? Like wraps tinfoil around my head because I'm like, the aliens can hear my thoughts.
Fung Butcher said that last episode.
Trust me, like I sound like one of those dudes, but I'm telling you, the biggest downfall of mankind, I will tell you now, the biggest downfall for mankind will be ourselves, in the fact that we're fucking up our own planet by greenhouse gases and fucking pollution and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All of that shit. And the development of technology beyond what we can understand and control.
100%. Because
that's what's going to happen.
Someone else has fucked. Listen. Let's see if we get the rumble.
Can you hear that?
Another person struggling with a chocolate machine. That's three people.
Oi, that chocolate machine is taking the piss.
Nick, wait. You know they call it in technology the event.
Yeah.
It's when technology starts fighting back, and we've just witnessed this, bro.
Yeah, it's happening.
There's a machine that is mugging everyone, and it's not mugging them in an aggressive way. It's mugging them one chocolate bar's worth of money at a time. That's like a quick.
Well, start small, innit? The technology that's going against us starting small.
That's sort of robbery. We're watching it, and now there's three people trying to tip it, and what's going to happen?
Three people against one,
and the machines. That's it, 3 against 1, and they're not winning. And the machine, what if it just decides to rock over and flatten them all? Yeah. The events happen.
The maddest thing as well, the funniest thing about this scenario is the girl whose chocolate is stolen. She's like, I wouldn't describe her as trim.
See, that's what technology does. They go. Technology, when it gets clever enough, will be like, this is bad for you, human race.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We're going to tell you what you're
going to have. To be fair, I agree with technology on this time round. I think she should fucking take the hint, mate. You know what I mean? It's there for all to see.
But it's funny you should say that, though, Nick, about iRobot and stuff, because literally last episode we said this. Check that last episode, because we were talking about how it's science fiction is interesting because even though it's fiction, because it's based on real shit, it happens. Like, there's so much stuff we've seen. Like, we've seen Star Trek, yeah. Or you must have seen old school Star Trek. Come on, like. They used to take out iPads to do shit. Yeah. That was what they used to whip out when they got to a planet. They were like, right, let's check the atmospheric conditions. They pressed the weather app, bruv. That's what they had. The weather app. Me. They checked that out. That's what we do on Mars. We press the weather app and go, Apple, what's the weather like on Mars today?
Trust me.
So iRobots, you know.
Also, there's things like in Star Trek, holograms and all that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, holograms, they're not mainstream in the sense of like you've got a hologram in your yard yet, which I do think that will be a thing, though.
Yeah,
I think in the future, not too distant future as well, because obviously holograms already exist in terms of like Coachella, where you know they got Tupac performing at Coachella, and then Whitney, they done it on The Voice with Houston with Christina Aguilera. I do think in the future you will be able to like, it'll be like the new FaceTime. It will be like, instead of FaceTime, it'll be like hologram time. So it's like it'll have a catchier name than that. H-Time.
H-Time.
Yeah, there you go. I'm patenting that as well. Yeah. It'll be like H-Time. So it's like someone will call you on H-Time, and like if me and you were chatting on H-Time, a hologram of you will appear in my yard and a hologram of me will appear in your yard, and it will be like fucking sick. Yeah, that's what it will be. Trust me.
Yeah.
All of
100%, 100%. But you know, when this event happens, Nick,
I'll be dead, man. So
I don't want to be around when it happens. Because imagine that one day you go up to a vending machine and say, because you talk to him in the future, innit? You don't have to press a button, talk to it and say, I'll have a Snickers, please. And it goes, no.
Yeah.
What?
We will become the second class race. Trust me. The human race will become second class to robots, and robots will rule the world.
Robots will start off by saying, you've had enough.
Yeah.
I've just seen a chocolate bar person as well. Anyway.
Did you get it in the end?
I hope not. Basically, you know, they're saying that they don't want to get these rules in place, because if robots start becoming responsible for paying taxes and become citizens, we're kind of getting into the era of, I'm going to send my robot to work, or I've got 16 robots, so I'm going to lay everyone off at my workplace. So there's possibility within the space of some decades, this is what the European Parliament said, that AI might surpass human intellectual capacity in a manner which we're not prepared for. Nick, this is exactly what you said.
Trust me.
So it could pose a challenge for humanity's capacity to control its own creation. And that's why we have to ease off this sort of development for the survival of our own species. So if there's a block from EU Parliament,
we're screwed, ain't we, as Great Britain, because we've come out the EU Parliament. We're probably going to start developing robots and screw ourselves even more.
We're going to become one of those crazy countries that starts making shit that is illegal and shotting it on the black market in the EU. But so
black market records shut down,
which will lead us into our other killer bit, Subpack. Yeah, before we break it down into two parts this week on the show. Another thing we did was we went and checked out a bit of technology, which is, how would you say it up, Nick? Subpack.
I would sell it as basically, it's like a backpack, but you can't store anything in the backpack.
Yeah.
Other than your bass.
Hey.
When you're listening to your tunes. So basically, yeah, it's like it works exactly like a backpack in terms of like you put it over your shoulders. But as I said, instead of like being a regular backpack storing stuff in, it connects to your MP3 player or you know, your hi-fi or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you receive the bass through the pack. So you actually get like a really unique listening experience. Like your whole body vibrates.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to like a proper weighty tune, like, I don't know,
Dread Prez hip hop.
Yeah, or trap or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It will be mad.
Yeah. I thought when we were going over there, before we got there, I thought this was a bit of technology that was designed just for people that were on public transport that wanted a bit of fun, or walking around, or like couriers or whatever that wanted like bass or whatever while they're delivering shit. But there's so many more applications for this. Like, they're saying that producers are on this, like Timbaland and like JD, even though they're not really making that many bangers at the moment, will allow you, bruv, because you did smash Janet Jackson. So JD, like, they're saying like producers are using this on the road, putting on a pair of headphones, plugging into their laptop or just a small little studio setup, and they're getting full bass frequencies, which I realise that's sick, bro.
It's sick. Imagine, right? Just let me just frame it for you. If you're a producer and you're listening to this right now, man, you know what it's like. Anytime you try and produce anything away from your home studio or studio setup, whatever you've got, it's difficult because the portability of the kit is so hard. Unless you're, you know, flipping massive and it's like, you know, you can afford to have all this stuff couriered around for you, which most normal people can't. So this, right, say for example, you're doing a tour of the UK or a tour of Europe even, and you've got a tour bus. Normally on a tour bus, you've got like a sleeping area with like bunk beds or whatever, a little kitchen area, and then like a living room area. So a lot of people will turn into like a living room area / bit of a studio area. But normally you'll have your laptop and your headphones and maybe a portable MIDI keyboard. That's it. Like, headphones are cool, but you're not getting the full bass experience through the headphones. Whereas with the sub pack, you can just add this one little piece of kit to this setup, and you're getting so much flipping bass.
It's mad. It's like, again, like if you're a producer, so you can build a tune, and then when you take it to your home studio, be confident that it's not going to sound like shit. Because that can happen sometimes, isn't it? You can hear it in your headphones and go, yeah, that must have banging bass line. I'm looking at all the graphs and that looks all right. But,
you know, that's why so many producers, right? Like, you know, I'm not a producer. I done music technology at college back in the day. So I learned about music production, but I never got into it because, like, you got to look at a screen for a long time. And it's like, I'm not good at all that shit. Man. But like, basically, like a lot of music producers, they have 2 sets of monitors and then like a TV or something similar in the studio so that they can listen to it through one set of monitors, listen to it for another set of monitors, listen to it through their headphones, and then listen to it from the TV speakers as well to hear what it sounds like through like proper like bass, you know, like proper big club speakers. Then maybe like a smaller like radio set of speakers, then like through a TV. Because like you say, you hit the nail on the head. Sometimes, man, you'll listen to something through your headphones. You're like, I'm the fucking man. You're listening to this shit is banging. Oh my gosh. And then like all of a sudden you listen to it through a bigger system and you're like, wow, this shit is flimsy.
Yeah, you play it next to like a professional production. Like, like a
Timbaland.
Diplo, a Skrillex or a Timbaland beat, and then your tune's got no bass. Your tune's got the equivalent of no back off in Brazil.
Yeah, your tune, it's like, you got no bass.
You got no bass. So, there's that application, and then there was the 3D application as well. So, like, me and Nick had tried out 3D before, so they had the HTC Vive there. Which, among other things, can do it seems to be the bit of VR that we've been impressed with gaming wise, like in terms of the fact that it's got the handheld bits as well. And there was like a game that worked with the music, and like it was like these colors on the screen that you had to kind of hit. It sounds a bit boring the way I say it, but it's sick. You have to hit them, and then like you get like a little bass response every time you hit them, and basically with the games you plug it into your music, and the music gives the algorithm to the game to sort of make it hard. So if you played a drum and bass tune, you've got to do a lot of hitting. If you played like a reggae tune, you know, you got
slightly less.
Slightly less. Unless it's the breakdown.
So
that was one application, and there was another application which was like watching 3D videos. So I mean, that was pretty cool, wasn't
it? No, that was cool as well. Like, I mean, that's quite similar to the Samsung VR in the sense of like you don't actually need you don't need the handheld bits because you're not actually doing anything. It's almost like you're in the video. It's a bit like, I don't know, imagine in the future if they had cinemas. I think we might have discussed this on a podcast on a podcast a little while back. If they had cinemas where you were like wore 3D, not 3D glass because they've already got that, but you wore a VR headset and you could like be in the film, not like playing a part in the film, but you could be like in where they're acting and all the rest of it. Like, sick. So it's kind of like that. You were in the music video, that was happening. Whose music video again?
It was Run the Jewels.
Yeah. So you were in the Run the Jewels music video. Yeah. So it was kind of a bit like that, and it was cool. But like, I feel like that side of things for me, it's not something that I would necessarily do. You know, if I had the choice, because I just feel like it's not really needed. It feels like a lot of effort to put on the sub pack, put on the VR goggles just to be in a video when I can just watch the video. It's a bit of a gimmick.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, what was good though is there were seats, because they got like a second version of it that we had, because there's one that you wear and they've got the seat version. And I like the idea of not even thinking about it in a portable way, like having it as something you just have on your seat, like when you watch TV. Would you? Because I feel like I'd be on that for watching a film or something like that. Imagine like a horror. I don't really watch horror films. Imagine like a sci-fi film or like an action sequence in a film when I don't know,
or Game of Thrones or
Game
something.
Game of Thrones,
even.
where
Like,
you're hearing, you're feeling people's heads getting cut off.
Like, and the thing is, the sub, because it was a variation of the sub pack, like you say. Instead of you wearing it, it's wrapped around the chair, for example. But like you mentioned this on a day, like imagine having that in the whip.
Oh, sick!
Like,
how much boot space would you save? You wouldn't need a sub. You just have 2 sub packs strapped into your seat.
And like, think of this as well. If you regularly, have female company in the whip, in the passenger seat, you could have a sub pack on the under the seat as well. You know what I mean? Like, which, I mean, I might like that as well. Yeah, to be fair,
I might like a little bit.
There might
a little bit of motion in my ocean.
The only thing about that is like it will probably accelerate the rate of arse juice.
Oh no! And then I'd have an arse juice sub pack, bruv.
Yeah, and every time it vibrates, arse juice would be kind of vibrating out.
Oh, it'd stink, man! It would suck out more arse juice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The vibrations.
Do you know what else was good of it, Nick? Though actually, the sub pack. It sounds so obvious now I say it, but we were listening to full range sub music, like was pumping through us, like in a way that I can only liken to when I'm in like carnival or in the club.
Yeah, like when you're next to a Function 1 sound system.
Exactly.
Or something.
But that means really Function 1's like a really good one.
Really good. Without sounding too geeky. Yeah, sorry about that.
Function 1.
Oh, yes, this is almost as good as my Function 1 that I've got.
in my living room. But we were listening to the sub and listening to tunes on headphones. But when we took the headphones off, we could talk.
Yeah.
Like, you can listen to like full range sub, but it doesn't have to be loud. Like before, a prerequisite of bass and feeling bass was that it had to be so loud that the sub went all the way through the floor, the walls, and slapped you up. But because it's strapped onto you, or you're sitting on this subwoofer, you can listen to things quietly, but still get all the bass. And I think that's sick. Because sometimes I want to feel bass. I don't necessarily want to have
biscuit bass.
Buttery biscuit bass. I don't want to. If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google that. Buttery biscuit bass. It's got one of the guys off MasterChef on it, like we said. But yeah, you can literally feel it all, but not have ear-splitting level music, which I'm down with that, man.
And also, this is another point I've literally just thought of, which is worth bearing in mind, right? You know, if you've got fucking annoying neighbours, right? Who like every time you want to listen to your tunes, right? Every time you're like, you want to bang out some tunes in your yard, and your fucking neighbour's knocking the door. Hey, listen, on a real, the guy that lives above me is the biggest dickhead ever. Like, my flatmate is a producer, right? So he's producing music quite a lot, but it could be like the middle of the day, like a Saturday afternoon. My flatmate's just producing two tunes and that. You get a knock on the door from the guy upstairs, fucking whinging about the music. So like, if you got a guy like him who lives next door to you, or upstairs or downstairs, or whatever, if you got a sub pack, or you attach a one of the ones that attaches to a chair, to your favourite chair in the living room or whatever, you can get that like experience without having to have your music as loud.
Exactly. I mean, and I don't know how professional this is, but if the likes of Timbaland and Jermaine Dupri are signing off on it, hey, bruv, that's good enough for me, you know? All I have to hear is Dr. Dre say he rates it, but he probably ain't on it because it ain't got a Beats logo on it. That's the only reason.
Beats or Apple logo's not on it yet.
But Timbaland, again, if you're not into audio production stuff, this won't excite you, but Timbaland loves KRK stuff, and that's a brand of speakers which is very fancy, and he never actually got official sponsorship from them for a long time. He just bought their shit because he liked it, and he has a good ear for sounds, innit? Timbaland's made tunes, so if he's co-signing a sub pack, I'm not saying it's got to be a great thing, but he's a reputable producer who's been doing this. Yeah. Right. I liked it, and it looked like it was pretty sturdy and good. Out of 5, what would you give it, Nick?
The sub pack? I would give the sub pack 3.5 out of 5. And the reason it loses points for me is because the portability at the moment, and what I mean by that is it's very portable. But what I mean by portability is the fact that, like, if you're wearing the backpack version, I think they need to look into a way of integrating it into a proper backpack. As in, like, because a lot of people, right, they wear backpacks, it's storage, blah, blah, blah. If they can, like, start designing backpacks that have a sub pack built into the backpack, it will be incredible.
Okay, so instead of having to only have the sub pack,
because you can only have one or the other,
or take my stuff to work, I can now say I want to take my work stuff to work with me and get some buttery biscuit base as well.
Exactly. Like,
that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
And also, like, the only other downside for it for me is that there doesn't seem to be a wide variety of things you can use it on very easily. And what I mean by that is you have to have the HTC VR, which, like, if you want to use it for games and stuff like that, which is, if we're being honest, it's a little bit of a ball ache. You have to have a big space to have the HTC VR. It ain't going to work in your, if you've got the box room.
That's so VR needs to get a bit better before we can start.
Just because you have to like, it maps out the room, innit? That's how it works. You have to have sensors around the room and like
to stop you running into it.
But obviously that's not Subpack's fault. As a product, I think it's got massive potential. Like it really, really does for me. And like, I know that it's a relatively new company, and in the future it's only going to improve and evolve.
Yeah, I think there's room for more product variation. So like for me, it gets a 4. Bro, you make me sound generous, Nick. No, it gets a 3.9. Because half of that is the 0.55. Half of that is because the portability of it, not the fact that it's portable. It's the fact that, and I could be wrong, there doesn't seem to be a hardwired way you can just have it always plugged in. Maybe the seat version, I could be wrong. So with the seat version, because I did have a look at the website, but I didn't have a look at it mad crazy. If there is a way it can just always be plugged in and I just sit down and switch it on, I'm cool with that. But from what I saw, it was like charge it up, use it. Charge it up, use it to the battery. I wouldn't mind something like that, just always plugged in. Even if like I didn't have the portability of it, I just always had it plugged in as part of my production setup and I didn't have to worry about it because, in the day and age where I've got to worry about the iPad to freaking read the script for the show off and my phone being charged. Yeah. And, you got an iWatch and I got like, do you know what I mean? Everything needs charging.
That is a nightmare. The Apple Watch, right? I know this is not a review on the Apple Watch, but the Apple Watch it's a nightmare, man.
That's why I won't get it, bruv. Like, how often are you charging it?
Well, I charge it every night next to my bed just because, like, I take it off and I charge it every night, but it's still a bit of a ball ache. Like every time if I go and do an overnight somewhere, like if I'm DJing somewhere or I've got to go to Manchester to do some filming or whatever, like I have to take my charger, the charger for my Apple Watch because it's a different charger to the phone. It's like a magnet thing that sticks to it and it charges it through that. So it's like, it's an extra thing to remember when you're staying over in places. So it's a bit annoying. Although I will say I haven't bought it yet because I'm too cheap. You can get a thing like your Thunderbolt from your is it Lightning or Thunderbolt that goes into
Thunderbolt? Lightning cable. Lightning cable.
So your Lightning cable goes into this dock and then it charges both your phone and the Apple Watch. I need to invest in one of that.
How much is that?
I think it's like 80 quid or something.
Fuck off!
I know, right?
Fuck off!
You know what Apple are like, man. These guys,
bruv, they're chopping mad dough off us.
Are bending us over every day, and we're like, thank you, cheers.
Yeah, they need to drink some bin juice.
Pants down,
bin juice. Yeah. Oh, and the other 0.55 for the Subpack event.
To go back to that, what we were actually talking about.
What we were actually talking about is, I think you might be able to. Actually, can you guess where I'm going to go with this? It's a similar reason why Bank Heist lost out on some of this.
Is it because the English weather?
Fucking English weather again. Literally
different day as well. Worth pointing that out.
A totally different day. Literally rolled up there in shorts, thinking I was an idiot for wearing shorts because I got rained on. Yeah, and then we walk into the venue, and it wasn't even the venue's fault. London just decided to be. It was just like Greece.
It was like a couple of days. It was like about 4 days ago. The humidity in London, bro. It was like being in Bangkok, bro.
Yeah, Bangkok. There we go. I said Greece. That wasn't exotic enough.
I've been Bangkok a few times, and the humidity is a mad thing. Like,
bruv, it was disgusting.
Because the maddest thing is, right, at least in Bangkok the weather's nice, but the humidity is hot. Like in London, the weather has been fucking shit, and the humidity has been at like 98%.
So imagine that you're getting rained on, you're cold, and then as soon as like you're in a venue where there's no breeze and there's a little bit of body warmth, you all of a sudden you're in a sauna.
It was horrible.
It was disgusting. It wasn't Subpack's fault, and they had mad ratings to them because they managed to get some portable air conditioning, which I didn't even know they still made. Yeah, that was working its arse off. We stood next to it at the end and pretended like we were chilling, like
We literally were chilling though.
Yeah, well, almost.
Yeah.
Just got down to room temperature. That's the other reason it didn't get the highest review. We'll round it up to a 4. But yeah, the sub pack, check it out. We'll put a link for that in the episode description as well. I think if I'm doing a lot of on the road production, if I get into production, that'll be definitely something I want in Arsenal, because it literally means you could work anywhere.
Yeah,
sick.
And you know, we all know subs are massive. They're massive.
Yeah, it's what they originally were. I've always known the science to be subs have to be big, but they've managed to give you that base feel there. Anyway, we've definitely killed an hour, Nick.
Yeah, we probably killed about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Extended edition.
Extension. But yeah, where can we find you on Twitter, Nick?
Right, I'm at Nick Bright DJ on everything, man. Twitter, Snapchat, Insta, blah blah blah.
I like that.
You know.
No fucking around.
Yeah.
And how about on air? Where can we find you? Where do you live?
My regular home is 1 Extra, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 until 1. That is where you can find me. I'm going to Wimbledon though this week. So
Is
I'm
it?
looking forward to that. Yeah, gonna look at the tennis. That's what they do. The sex noises.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win Wimbledon this year?
Andy Murray.
Really?
No, I think Djokovic is going to win the men's, and then I think Venus and Serena out of those two. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
I think Serena's going to win the women's.
Serena or Venus smash one dash the other. No choice.
Serena, man. Come
on. Serena.
Come on.
After Jamie Foxx wrote that song for her. Let me be a
Have you seen her in the Beyonce video as well?
Bruv.
Thanks.
Bruv.
Boy.
People say she's like manly and masculine. Like what? And it's you know what? I hear more women say this. Let's finish the show on a nice, good old laddie rant.
Yeah.
I hear more women say this than guys. What women need to understand is that by working out and exercising, you're not going to turn into a man over.
No.
Nick, your missus, professional athlete, yeah? Blatantly not manly, yeah? No. Is it fair to say she works out more than you, bruv?
She trains every day. She's an Olympian, so it's like she has to train every single day.
Yeah.
Like whether it's gym, track. Like she does physio on top of that as well. And then like she's literally always training. She has to eat well. And she's not like, she's got like a flipping banging body. Thank praise the Lord from my point of view. I'm happy about that.
Nick looks so happy. His eyes were just doing a nice dance, bro.
I'm happy about it. But it's like, you know, she is more muscular than your average female because, you know, that is just what happens when you work out so much. But it's nice, man. Like the body's toned. Like
she's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, not at all. She hasn't got like big, like, you know, traps. And like she doesn't have like a meathead neck and stuff like that. It's not that.
She doesn't have mad bass in her voice. Like,
no.
Nick.
She's just got like nice abs and nice legs, like, you know, and I'm not trying to sound, this is not me trying to sound chauvinistic at all, because I'm not that guy, do you know what I mean? It's just me saying that like you can work out.
Yes.
And lift weights. Yes. Without turning into the Incredible Hulk.
Thank you, Nick, for giving us that insight.
Motivational insight to all the girls like banging out the gym at the minute.
Because I've just heard a couple of females like saying, oh, you know, like I want to work out, but I don't want to become a man.
Won't happen.
I'm like, that's not how these things work. You don't like lift two weights and become Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because even Brez like us can't become Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If it was that easy, mate, I would already be there. And can I just say before we end, right? Ask your boyfriend or 90% of your male friends what they think of Serena Williams' body, and like I would say a large chunk of them would say she's got a banging body.
She has.
Like a large chunk of them. Like it's not about being stick skinny, man.
Nah, get like, some shape on that. Yeah,
dudes don't like that. I'll tell you that now. And we're not turning this into, you know, like lad bants. We're not turning this into like the reverse version of loose women. Yeah. I'm just telling you from my point of view, guys don't like stick thin girls no more, man. That's dead. That might have been like that in like the 80s or whatever, but like look at Kim Kardashian. She's not athlete, but like people going about her body. Nicki Minaj, like Beyonce, all of these.
Good to throw some natural ones in there.
yeah, exactly. Ones that are real. They haven't bought their stuff. Yeah. But like even so, there's other ones who like, even Rihanna, right? Rihanna's not stick skinny. Nah. You know what I mean? So it's like times have changed. So ladies, man, you don't need to be skinny.
Man, like, respect your body, man. Put some good food in it. Go do some little bit of exercise and you ain't going to turn into something that you shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Like, it's human. It's good. You know, Nick Wright said it. You get me? He's got an Olympian girl. What's it like knowing that your girl can do more pull-ups than you and push-ups and that? Real talk.
she can't do more pull-ups or press-ups than me, though.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the truth. It's the truth.
No way. I reckon she
can't.
Bro, I reckon she'll murk us, bro. Me as well. I reckon I'd be like,
I'll tell you this.
I'll tell you,
she can't do more press-ups and push-ups than me because that's not everything she does with her coach. Right, is very focused. Like they will like work on a specific muscle because that muscle is so important to throw the javelin, or so important to I don't know, throw the shot put or whatever.
Okay.
Like whereas like us dudes or regular people, all of us regular people, whether we're male or female, when we go to the gym, we just work on kind of like bicep, tricep, abs, legs, whatever. Like whereas everything is very specialized for her, so she won't go to the gym and bang out 100 press ups because it is just not like it's pointless. She never does bicep curls. It's pointless.
Really?
Like stuff like that. So
she's like really tailored to what she has to do.
But if I tried to do some of the stuff she did on a real, like if I tried to do, for example, she does these hack squat things. If I tried to do,
squat?
I don't even fully know. I've just heard her saying it. That's the mad thing. Like, if I tried to do these hack squats, bruv, it would be peak. Sometimes the only thing that I will tell you that make you laugh, and we'll end on this comedy fact for you. Sometimes when I go to the gym, I say, "Oh, babes, I just done the leg press. Yeah, I done XYZ weight," and she just like messages back like, "Is that all?" Like, like laughing at man's chicken legs. I'm like, piss off, yeah, babes.
Oh, bruv. It's good though, man, innit? Does it does rub off though, innit? Like,
yeah, a little bit. Like for me, it's like enabled me to feel like, I need to get in the gym. You know what I mean? Not because like I'm worried about her being like stronger than me or anything like that, because that doesn't bother me at all. I'm not intimidated by that. It's more like a lifestyle choice. Yeah. Like she's very fit, so like I want to be quite fit.
Yeah,
as
look
well.
after yourself. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be like she's super fit and then I'm looking like flipping Santa Claus, fam. You know what I mean? That's dead.
That would be a really bad look. That would be a really
like
bad.
Santa.
Looking like
unless
Santa.
It's Christmas, because think of the amount of work you can get.
Hey,
you know what I mean? You're creaming in the peas, fam.
Hey, and that is where we'll leave it. There's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Thank you for killing one with us.